So good afternoon students. Previous class we have discussed about meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now I am going to discuss about some question answers. How to solve these question answers and how to solve these question answers. First, I give some idea for the question answer preparation for the NEET exam in botany. The first question is promeristem gives rise to which meristems? I ask down questions. Promeristem gives rise to which meristems? A options. So first one is secondary meristem. The second optional lateral meristems. And third optional primary meristems. And fourth optional apical meristems. Explanations. So promeristems originate from embryonic cells. Promeristem originate from this only embryonic cells. Meristematic cells are found in only meristematic cells are found in root tip and some other branches. Now discuss about only root tip. The first root tip. The root tip need developed in only radicle of the embryo. Root tips are developed in radicle of the embryo. So root tip need the development of only or originate from this only radicle of the embryo first. Then these root tips are covered by cap-like structure that is called root capsules. The root tip is a root tip. Root tip. It's a cap-like structure covered or protective layer that is called root capsules. Root capsules. The meristematic tissues are found in only these regions. Meristematic cells are found in only these regions. It's actively divided. So meristematic cells are found in only tip of the root system. Tip of the root system. This actively divides. The center part of the meristematic tissue, the root apex, that is called center cell. The center cells also called quiescent centers. Quiescent center. These quiescent center cells not divided cells. Divided or inactive cells. Which ones are active cells? So meristematic cells are only active cells. It's a apical meristematic cells. Apical meristem. These apical meristems only active cells. So which one is inactive cells? That's a center cell. The center cells also called quiescent center cells. These quiescent center cells temporarily inactive cells. These apical meristematic cells are only elongation of the root system. It's protected by these apical, the root tip, so protected by the cap-like structure that is called root capsules. These root capsules are present in mesophytic and hydrophytic plants. Mesophyte and xerophytic plants. mesopoietic plant and xerophytic plants. But these root cap cells are absent. Instead of only root pocket cells are present only in hydrophytic plants. Hydrophytic, these root cap cells instead of only root pocket cells. Root pocket cell. The first one is root tip. The root tip originates from this root tip needs with help of only radicle of the embryo. This protective layer or covered layer that is called cap-like structure, root capsules. The meristematic tissues are found in only root tip. It's only meristematic cell divide. That's the active cells. The center part of the cell that is called the Quiescent center. This Quiescent center cell only not divided or inactive cells in temporarily. The root cap cells are only present on mesopoietic and xerophytic plants. The root cap cells are absent on hydrophytic plants. The root cap cells instead of only in root pocket cells are present only in hydrophytic. It's first root tip. The second one is shoot tip. Shoot tip. The shoot tips are developed. Meristematic tissues are found in only tip of the shoot systems. Shoot apex. The meristematic cells are found in only in shoot apex. Meristematic cells are found only shoot apex. Its need or originated from this only the flamen of the embryo. Shoot apex. The shoot apex which need only flamen of the embryo. So second steps. Some meristematic cells are found in only in tip of the regions. Some meristematic cells are only separate from this only below the regions. Some meristematic cells are only separate from the below the regions. These meristematic cells again further divided to form up only in permanent tissue, such as permanent cells. These meristematic cells are formed, can be able to divide in permanent tissue. These meristematic cells are divided and to form up only permanent tissue. These meristematic cells to form up only in permanent tissue in center part of the in shoot apex regions. The first this is a region that is called apical meristem. Apical meristems. The second, these apical meristem, the permanent tissues are formed in only second formed, that is called intercalary meristems. Intercalary meristems. These meristematic cells, these are only permanent cells. The permanent cells only stop the cell divisions, but the meristematic cells are only active cell divisions. Active cell division. These meristematic cells are formed in leaf primordial leaves. These meristematic cells are formed in leaf primordial leaf. These meristematic cells. But these permanent cells are do not divide. These meristematic cells are again to form up only in lateral meristems. These meristematic cells are again to form up only lateral meristems. Elongation of the shoot system. These meristematic cells are again to form up only lateral meristems. Lateral meristem. First apical, the shoot apex found in only meristematic tissue. The meristematic tissue can able to divide it to form up only in permanent tissue. The permanent tissue is separate from this only. Permanent tissue and meristematic cells are separate from this only in shoot apex. Some distance are maintained to form up only is shoot apical meristematic character. These meristematic tissues are found in leaf primordial leaf. These meristematic cells are only lateral formed. These two systems, let's say apical meristem and intercalary meristem, are formed the first, that is called primary meristems. Primary meristems. The second formed the meristematic character, that is called the secondary meristems. Or later formed the meristematic tissue. Later formed the meristematic character, that is called the secondary meristem. These secondary meristems to form up only cork cambium, and fascicular cambium. Interfascicular cambiums. The latter form the lateral meristems. Latter form the secondary meristem to form of only cork cambium. So cork cambium also called the phyllogens. Cork cambium also called the phyllogen. Second another form of only fascicular cambium. The next form only interfascicular cambium. Interfascicular cambium. It's a shoot tip. The shoot tip meristematic cells are found only shoot apex. The shoot apex are with need help of the only flammula of the embryo. The shoot tip lateral form only meristematic cells are found only shoot apex, and some meristem divided to form of only permanent tissue. The permanent tissue to center part of the tissue. It's a xylem and a phloem tissue. Simple tissue and a complex tissue. Simple tissue divided to form of three parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. The complex tissues are divided into two, xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem to form only central region of the shoot systems. The first epidermal region, second cortical region, and third one is the vascular tissue systems. Vascular tissue system. So vascular tissue it may be present only, and cortical cells it may be present only a permanent tissue. Permanent tissue. Just some types of it is monocot plants are found in only intercalary meristems. The intercalary meristem where it is present in monocot stem. So monocot stem present only intercalary meristem. The lateral meristem where it is present. So lateral meristem is present only in dicot stem and root. And dicot root. That is present only in lateral meristem. The lateral meristem are present only dicot stem and dicot root. Intercalary meristem where it is present in monocot stem. So these intercalary meristems derived from only apical meristems. The intercalary meristem that is derived, this apical meristem, intercalary meristem that is derived, the intercalary meristem derived from only apical meristematic zones. Apical meristematic zone presence of only meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. That's the first. For first, promeristems gives rise to which meristems? So promeristem gives rise to which meristem? The secondary meristems are formed only in lateral meristems. Secondary meristems are found only lateral meristem. The secondary meristems are not answered. Upon lateral meristems is not answered. But the primary meristems. Primary meristem. So primary meristem development of only apical meristematic zones. Apical meristem. The apical meristematic zones are developed only intercalary meristem also. Apical meristematic developments only intercalary meristem also. So first one is promeristem gives rise to which meristems? It's a primary meristem is a correct answer. A primary meristem is developed from only embryonic tissue. So promeristem developed from only embryonic tissue. Primary meristems also developed from only embryonic tissue. Embryonic, so this embryonic tissue development only apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. The apical meristem found in only shoot apex and root apex. Intercalary meristems are found in only in monocot stem. This intercalary meristem only elongation of the node and node space. What is the function of this only intercalary meristem? The intercalary meristem important functions node and internodes along. For example, Sjögren. So intercalary meristems are found in only this region. Intercalary meristems are found in only these regions. The intercalary meristems are found in only these regions. Upon node and nodes, that's a node and internodes. Node and node space are elongated. Which meristems? Intercalary meristems. Intercalary meristem. So growth of the stem. Which one is a growth of the stem? Which one is secondary growth is development? The lateral meristems are involved secondary growth development and lateral meristem also involved only growth of increase the stem. It is found in only dicot stem and dicot root. Some additional questions related to this topic. First additional question number 1. So how many apical meristems are likely to be present in the twig of plant possessing 4 branches and 26 leaves? Question number 1. So how many apical meristems are likely to be present in the twig of plant possessing 4 branches and 26 leaves? 26 leaves. The first shoot apex. The apical meristems are found in only shoot apex. Shoot apex, a meristematic tissue and a intercalary tissue. Meristematic tissue and intercalary meristem. Apical meristem and intercalary meristem. Again to form only, so first branches, then second branches. Branch 1, branch 2. The second one is branch 3 and then branch 4. So how many branches? Let's say 4 branches. So meristematic tissues are found in only apical meristem. The meristematic tissues are found in only apical meristems. How many branches are present in the plant? The 4 branches of meristematic characters. 5 is answer. For 4 branches and 26 leaves. So how many shoot apical meristems are likely to be present in the tubercular plant? Possessing 4 branches, apical meristematic cells are found in only. These apical meristematic cells are derived from only intercalary meristems. Intercalary meristem. Again to found that intercalary meristem are found from only in apical meristem. Again to form only another one branches are found. Another one branches are found. It's a derived from only apical meristems. Apical meristem. Which one's answer? So 5 is answer. The second one is the cauliprogens of the root apex. Cauliprogen of the root apex. Where is root apex? Is the root apex develops only towards the soils. Root apex develops only towards the soil. It's a covered by this only a protective layer that is called cauliprogens. Cauliprogen. So apical meristematics tissue are found in only in apical meristematics. Apical meristematic cells are found in only root apex. The root apex due to formation of only elongation of the in root systems. Due to the, again further divided to form only meristematic cells. Again to further to form only meristematic cells to form only elongation of the root system. These cauliprogens meristematic cells are produced which root tip also called cauliprogens. So meristematic cells are found in only root cap cells. Root cap cells. This is also called a calyptra. It's also called a calyptra. So generation of this only in meristematic tissue are found in only root capsules, that is called a cauliprogen. Where is the cauliprogen? The cauliprogens are the root apex form the only root capsules. Root capsules. The question center cells are found in only tip of the root system, but the cauliprogens presence are only found only root capsules. Root capsule. It's also meristematic cells. Meristematic cells are formed or meristematic cells are produced in root tip, that is called a cauliprogen. Which one's answer? Root cap is a answer. The next one. Say axillary bud and terminal bud derived from only activity of axillary bud and terminal bud. Say derived from only activity of. These same questions. Apical meristems. What is apical? It's a shoot apex. Shoot apex. Apical meristems are found in only two root shoot tips. Apical meristems are found in only shoot tip. It's a form of only intercalary meristems. It's a form of only leaf primordial leaves. The leaf primordial, some dicot plants, instead of only in only a flower bud. Leaf primordial removed from this only instead of only in flower bud sarcomeres. Apical meristematic cells and terminal bud and intercalary bud to form up only apical meristems derived from only apical meristem. The meristems of root is root. So meristematic cells are found only root. It's a root tip. These root tips are found in only meristematic cells. These meristematic cells are covered by only root capsules. But these are apical regions. Apical cells. These are only subapicals. The meristems of the root is called subapical. Subapical. So found in only root tip. These apical, these root capsules, further meristematic cells are produced. Further meristematic cells are produced. Apical meristems are found only called Trojan. Subapical cells are found in only root tips. Subapical cells are found in only root tip. Next, quiescent centers are found in only. So quiescent centers are found in only root tips. Quiescent center are found in only root tip. So quiescent center where is present? The quiescent centers are present only root center part of the apical meristematic cells. Apical meristematic cells are only in root tip. Number 2, match the columns. First, cell apical cell theory, B histological concept theory, and third tonical corpus theory, and fourth one is tonical corpus theory, and fourth one is carpe theories. The first pseudoapical meristematic. Pseudoapical meristematic first apical cell theory find out. First one is negative. Histological concept theory first find out only Einstein. The tonical corpus theory find out only Schmidt, and histogenic layer Derman, Shenneman concept theory on Newman's. Next one is root apical cell concept theory. The root apical concept theory is negative. Histogenic concept theory Einstein's, and carpe theory Schmidt. Carpe refers to body cells and cape refers to capsules. Quiescent center concept theories find out only first identified or observed by this only close. How to find out this simple idea for apical cell theory, root or shoot system. Root apex and the shoot apex also same. That's it. Negative. Shoot apical meristematic cells are found out only negative, and root apical cells theories also found out only same negative. The first one is negative. The second, histogen concept theories. The histogen concept theories first letters also same. Histogen and Einstein's. Histogen and Einstein's. The first letters same letters. Histogen concept theory. Which one's the same letters for this? Histogen and concept theory. Einstein's. Next, tonical corpus theories. Tonical corpus theory. So tonical corpus theory. The first letter T and scientist the last letters also T. Scientist last letters also T. Tonical corpus theory easily find out only Schmidt. Which answer T is present? So T is present only tonical corpus theories. Next, carpe theories. Corpus carpe theory. So carpe theories are found in only root apical meristematic theory. Root apical concept theory. The root apical carpe theory. So first 2 P letters. That is find out the 2 P letters for putting down. That is 2 P's. Yes. Scoop. Last letters. We easily find out only skip. The carpe theories find out only skimp. The first shoot apical cell theory concept are find only negative. That is first one is A is answer 4. That is first of A is answer 4. So here only and here only. The second histogen concept theories find out only Einstein's. Histogen concept theories are find only Einstein's. The first histogen also third one's answer. Which is third one's answer? The B is also third. B is also third. Here not two. Next, tonical corpus theory. So first letter T and last letter T. Schmidt. C concept theory is only 2. That's present of only 2. Is a 2 is present here. Last carpe theory is present only skip. P. Which one's answers? That's the fourth one is answer. Fourth one is answer. The first is match the columns. Apical cell theory, histogen concept theory, tonical corpus theory, carpe theory. Is shoot system under root apex and shoot apex scientist names. Shoot apex apical concept theory negative, histogen concept theory, Einstein's, tonical corpus theory is Schmidt, and histogen layer. Already you know the layer. The layer that is called layer. It's a upper epidermis. Root system and shoot system upper epidermis that is called a layer. Upper epidermis. Epidermis. So epi refers to outer layer. Epi refers to outer layer. So dermis refers to layer. Derm. Or derms. Derm refers to layer. Easy to find out. Histogen concept theory. Derm. Newman concept theory. Newman and scientists also same name. Newman and Newman's. So apical cell theory negative. Histogen concept theory is carpe theory. So double P is present here and scientist double P is present here. And carpet theory, body cells, and cape theory is present only capsule. How to find out the capsules? So first letter you change it only in C, CAP. first letter change. K, cap. CAP also capsules. Capsules are found only. Later topic is according to Capet concept, the body cells of this root is derived from only Carper cells only. Yes, according to the body capsules concept, corpus shows the division of this plant. Division of the plant is the first inverted T cells. The first cortical region, the vascular T system, in cortical regions, then epibuloma regions. The cortical cells may be divided into form of only inverted T's. These cortical cells may be divided into inverted T cells in the cortical zonal regions. Which one is only according to the body and concept cells, the Carper only. Carper shows the division of only plan of division. Inverted T's is a present only. Inverted is a present only in Carper's T's. Inverted T's. Third question. The Capet shows the division of only the plan of divisions only upright T's. Upright T's are found only this division of only Capet theories. So divisions only in the cortical cells are present only. Division of plan of divisions. First divisions, then second divisions here, and third divisions. Third divisions here and fourth divisions here, and fourth divisions here and fifth division here to form only upright T's. The Carpet shows the division of plan of divisions. Upright T's, Capet division of only upright T's. The Carpers, that's a inverted T's, plan of divisions. According to the Capet concept, body cells refers to Capet. Capsules, change the letters only CAP. Capsules refers only Capet theory only. So Carper theory only body cells, Capet theory only capsules. Capet cells are present only in covered by this only root tip regions. So next questions. Sliding by the vascular bundles given the following diagrams. A diagram given and B diagram given. Option given the A amphicerebral, option given the B amphivalves. Second options A amphicerebral, B concentric and open vascular bundle, and third option A amphivalve, B bicollateral vascular bundle, and fourth one is amphicerebral, A, B bicollateral vascular bundles. Bicollateral vascular. This questions comes in vascular systems. Vascular system may be three types. So what are the three types of vascular system? The first one is radial vascular system. The second one is conjoint vascular system, and third one is concentric vascular system. Radial vascular system, conjoint vascular system, and third one is concentric vascular system. So radial vascular systems different radius, xylem and phloem arranged different radius. It is found in only root systems. So same letter. Radial vascular system found in only xylem and phloem arranged in different radius. It is found only root system. So conjoint vascular system. Systems, xylem and phloem arranged the same radius. It is found in only stem and leaf. And third one is concentric vascular system. The xylem and phloem, the stem vascular system, it may be two types. Conjoint vascular system may be two types. One is collateral, the second one is bicollateral. First one is collateral vascular system. This collateral vascular system comes under only conjoint vascular system. The xylem and phloem arrange the above region, xylem arrange the below regions. So xylem and the phloem. Phloem are in the above region, xylem are in the below region. The presence of only collateral vascular system. The conjoined vascular system again divided into bicollateral vascular system. What is collateral? So collateral conjoined open vascular systems. Conjoined closed vascular systems. Closed vascular system. The bicollaterals. So bi refers to two. So examples cucurbitaceae. Cucurbita. Bi refers to cucurbita. Side with the letters same letters. Cu. So 2 times comes here. Examples bicollateral vascular bundles. So presence of C refers to cambium. The two cambiums are present. One cambium is outer regions, outer cambium. So another cambium is present only inner cambium. The middle region present only xylem lamens. The upper region phloem, and the lower region present only phloems. So bicollateral vascular bi refers to 2, C refers to form only cucurbita examples, and this same refers to form only cambium. So cambium is present only 2 times. One outer cambium and inner cambium. The type of vascular bundles called bicollateral vascular bundles. So concentric vascular bundles. Centric refers to center. Center. Either presence of only xylem surrounded the phloem, or phloem surrounded the xylem. There are 2 types of concentric vascular bundles. The first one is amphicerebral, and the second one is amphivalgus. There are 2 types of concentric vascular system: amphicerebral and amphivalgus. So both are same letters. Amphi, both are same letters. So different letters cerebral and vascus. Cerebral and vascus. C for center. C identical character X. X refers to xylem. The xylem center surrounded the phloem. The type of vascular bundles is also called amphicerebral vascular bundles. What's amphicerebral vascular bundles? Xylem is the center, surrounded the phloem. Surrounded the phloem. That is called amphicerebral vascular bundles. Examples: polypodium. Polypodium and ferns. Amphivalvular bundles. Say opposite. Opposite means no. For example, phloem is the center and surrounded the xylem. So phloem is the center, surrounded the xylem. The type of vascular bundle that is called amphivalvular vascular bundle. The xylem is the center, surrounded the phloem. That is called amphicerebral vascular bundles. Examples: polypodium and ferns. Amphivalvular vascular bundles. V wrinkle again. A refers to chorus. Yucca. The chorus yucca. These 2 examples for this only amphivalvular vascular system. You can find out these questions. Identify the vascular bundles given the diagram. This is xylem. These are phloem. Say outer cambium, then inner cambium. Center xylem, phloem case. So it's a center xylem. That's a amphicerebral and bicollateral vascular bundles. The fourth one is answer. So amphicerebral. So same letter. C refers to center, See alternate changes only. X refers to xylem. The xylem center surround the phloem. The type of vascular bundles amphicribles. B refers to 2. C identical characters cambium. C refers to identical cambium. So 2 cambiums are present. The diagram, one cambium is a inner cambium, so another cambium that is called a outer cambium. So immediate presence of only side elements, either opposite in phloem elements. The type of vascular bundle is also called a bicollateral vascular bundle. So which one is answer? So fourth one is answer. Some additional questions. Next one is additional question here. Match the columns. Column 1, column 2. Say column 1 here, collateral open vascular bundles, radial vascular bundles, bicollateral vascular bundle and concentric vascular bundles. Collateral vascular bundles, column 2, cucurbita stems, radial vascular bundles, stems, bicollateral vascular bundles, maize and root, concentric vascular bundles, sunflower seeds. The first idea is that collateral vascular bundles. What is the collateral vascular bundles? Xylem and phloem are in the same radius. Xylem and phloem are in the same radius. It's a concentric, conjoint vascular bundles. Xylem and phloem are in the same radius. Collateral vascular bundles. First one is root. These radial vascular bundles are different radius. Xylem and phloem are in only different radius. So protoxylem, metaxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, 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 protoxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, protoxylem, and phloem case. So phloem case, phloem case, phloem case. Xylem and phloem arranged only in different radius. This found in only a root system. That is present in the root system, maize root. Radial vascular bundles found in only maize root. Bicollateral vascular bundles. Bi refers to 2, C refers to cambium. So 2 cambiums are present. 2 cambiums are present. So 2 times are only Cu and Cu. The additional characters cucurbita paper. Bicollateral vascular bundles are here only cucurbita stems. Concentric vascular bundles. Concentric means a xylem surround the phloem, either phloem surround the xylem. Phloem surround the xylem. Examples. Concentric vascular bundles in ferns, in amphicribal vascular bundles. Amphicribal vascular bundles. Collateral vascular bundles in stem. Collateral vascular bundles. Collateral open vascular bundles present only sunflower stems. Radial vascular bundles are present only maize root system, and bicollateral vascular bundles present cucurbita stem, and concentric vascular bundles ferns. So amphicribal vascular bundles. For examples, the first one is fourth. Yes. Radial vascular bundles 3. Radial vascular bundles, so 3 years. Bicollateral vascular bundles 1, and concentric vascular bundles and 2. So this one is answer. Second one is answer. Next is bicollateral vascular bundles. The bicollateral vascular bundles are present only outer cambium and inner cambium. So let's say outer phloem, middle xylem, and inner phloem. The arrangement methods: outer phloem, outer cambium, middle xylem, inner cambium, and inner phloem. That's presence of here. So outer phloem, outer cambium, middle xylem, inner cambium, and inner phloem. These are only answers. So bicollateral vascular bundles are this is arrangement only: outer phloem, outer cambium, middle xylem, inner cambium, and inner phloem. So amphivalvular vascular bundles. Amphivalvular. So amphivalvular vascular bundles are present only V refers to A. That's the chorus. So DMS, so found only closed vascular bundles. JM is only monocot stem. Monocot. So monocot stem conjoint closed collaterals. Cucurbita. Conjoint bicollateral vascular bundles. Opens. Diagram presence of only cambium. What's the open vascular bundles? Open vascular bundles presence of only cambium. What is closed vascular bundles? So closed vascular bundles absence of cambium. The vascular bundles have a presence of cambium. It's a phloem, cambium, and a sialonemus. The presence of cambium, open vascular bundles. It's a closed vascular bundles. The vascular bundles are only absence of cambium. The only presence of only phloem and a xylem. Xylem. It is called a closed vascular bundles. Absence of cambium, closed vascular bundles. So presence of cambium, it's a found only in dicot stems. The closed vascular bundles are found only in monocot stems.